Good day, everyone. Alice here from Sophie Financial Network. Today is June 13, 2023. Here is another daily analysis. Okay, so we have CPI number. It was one of those days that was very important for us, and the CPI number just came up for the month of May, and seems like CPI is coming just cooler than expected or expectation. So this gives kind of like people relief that Federal Reserve is gonna pause and they're not gonna increase the rate. The market, to be honest, is betting for a pause and not a rate hike since last week. And especially if you go look at the Nasdaq chart, look at the Russell 2000, all of these companies that they are just taking benefit of a pause or kind of like a pivot, they are just outperforming the market. And right now, just we have a 4% CPI, which is kind of like just a 0.1 cooler than expectation. And market is just assuming for another just a drop in summertime, and we are getting below 4%, which is going to be a good achievement, especially the US housing market is coming down as well based on the statistics. And in real scenario, it's coming down, but I'm not sure if it's coming down sharply, but you will see the reaction in the real estate market in US. Okay, so tomorrow we will have Fed meeting, and it's going to be very, very important for us, but we don't know exactly what's going to happen. But based on the chart, we are saying we are kind of like overstretched, overbought anyway. If you want to slice it and dice it, we are just getting into this supply area. Here is S&P 500 daily chart. And right now, market just forming up pretty nicely, bullish consolidation breakout to the upside. It's kind of like, to be honest, outperforming my target for 2023, because I thought that here is going to be the top, and we are not getting above August top, which I was wrong, and we are just getting overstretched about August top earlier than expectation, because my expectation was summer rally, and here is the timing wise that I was forecasting for the top, which is going to be July until September. But seems like market just to start the summer rally early, and we are just getting into May and also June. It's kind of like interesting to see how market is going to last for the next few weeks, which I believe everyone needs to be cautious of right now, just because market, again, even if you're bull, you need to be very, very cautious, because right now chart is overstretched, overbought, and any pullback could be a buying opportunity at least, but we need to be above this area. So any pullback, we shouldn't get below 4,000 level. So let's say 4,000 or 4,100. So that is going to be your pivot. So when we are getting below this and close daily and special weekly candle below this pivot, we are getting back to the bear side, and we are just going to the lower low. But right now, we are just nicely this consolidation breakout to the upside, and just providing lots of zones here. So you see lots of zones, demand zone to just going up and up. Right now, sentiment is pretty bullish, and when sentiment is getting very, very bullish like this, I'm kind of like just be careful. I'm kind of like rebalancing my portfolio as I'm doing right now. So I'm just going to a couple of stocks that are defensive, predictable. Here is the CNN chart. Let me just show you, because that's very interesting. CNN fear and greed index. That one is just give me a second. I don't know what's happening to my. Oops. There you go. So here is, you see that we are at 80%, and sentiment is pretty, I should say, bullish, which is not good. So this is kind of like a contrary indicator that when we are getting to the extreme greed, we should be very, very careful, especially when we combine this with price action. So price action wise, we are at kind of like at the top information here. So there are lots of distribution is happening here. So we should just be careful about this. So any pullback could be a buying opportunity, but again, it depends on the pullback. Probably we will get into kind of danger zone, I should say, a deeper than correction, deeper than expected. So we can go down to 42.50 in a day or so. So just be careful on that one. I'm not sure again what's gonna be the catalyst, but seems like everyone expecting Federal Reserve pause tomorrow or keep the pausing policy. If they increase the rate, that's gonna just slap the market, and market just will go down substantially. And I can just imagine probably 100 points for S&P 500 is going to be expected for tomorrow. Right now, just the stochastic wise, we are at very, very stretched overbought condition, and here is RSI, which we are getting into this parabolic move as well. So it's kind of like an overbought condition in RSI. So this is August top when we got into this zone, and we are pretty close to this area. And here is the November 2021 top. So we are kind of like getting close in that area, which whenever we get that to that area, regardless if you are in bull market or bear market, we should see kind of like, we should expect some kind of like a corrective move, a sharp sell-off corrective move to the downside. So we'll see how it goes. Moving on to the Nasdaq, which was kind of like I should say pretty volatile today, just because semiconductors went down, then going up, and then down. Some technology stocks actually ended up negative even when we have Nasdaq positive. So Nasdaq just close up green today, so just 100 points to the upside. Getting into another short position, just a small one. The previous one stopped out, obviously, but I'm just believing that we are just getting to some kind of like a sell signal again, and that's going to be a very, very well paid. Still looking for Dow Jones to outperform the other indexes. However, Nasdaq is showing kind of like a divergence here with a MACD. When we have like a higher price, we have a MACD sloping down, RSI sloping down, and also stochastic sloping down as well, which is kind of like a divergence. And this divergence, when you see the divergence between moving average and price, is pretty high. So we should just expect kind of like a corrective move. A sharp sell-off is coming down. So we'll see how it goes with the Nasdaq. So again, that's going to be kind of like the top information. I'm just expecting a rolling top for Nasdaq, and we'll see how it goes. And moving on to the Dow Jones Industrial, which was kind of like interesting to see Dow Jones just getting above this dynamic trend line, which is fantastic. So this triangle breakout to the upside. Anyway, if you want to slice it and dice it, this reverse head and shoulder just triggers to the upside. Fantastically hold. Any pull back and holding this and buy back could be a nice buying opportunity. So if you go to even bigger time frame, you will see this nice reverse head and shoulder is working out nicely. We need to get above this top, above this top here. So 34, 35,000 could be kind of like a trigger point for the Dow Jones. If we get above this, that's going to be a parabolic move to the upside. It's going to be a double top or even new all-time high. So new all-time high. So we'll see how it goes with the Dow Jones. But I'm kind of like a bullish for Dow, especially for the next few months. We will see how it goes. Moving on to some individual names, starting with yield. So yield had a positive day. So that's kind of like interesting, just because CPI came down. So that put pressure on Dixie. We will get into it, but yield just came up. So when yield is going up, again, I'm just looking for kind of like a top information for yield based on this pattern. This is a nice QM pattern to the upside, and we are just getting into the sell zone. I'm just looking for kind of like a bottom information for bond and gold, but right now we are just still on the top information for the yield, but we'll see how it goes for tomorrow. This put pressure on TLT, so TLT is coming down 1%, just like getting into 101 again. So we will see if this one hold up pretty well, and it's going to be a bullish case to the upside, or it can go to the downside. A nice divergence here that could be kind of like a bottoming formation buying opportunity. Gold coming down today, $14. So gold is forming pretty nice bearish consolidation for the next dip to here. So 1890 to 1914, that's going to be my expectation. Again, we'll see how it goes. So lots of mixed, I should say, information is coming to the market. When gold is expecting down, TLT, it can go down as well. But however, do we expect another hike for the yield? So that's going to be interesting to see. Crude just getting back up again with a yield. When bond yield is going up, crude is going up as well. So crude just finding out the bottom information here. That's pretty interesting to see. Crude is kind of like forming the bottom information. Obviously, we need to get close about $74 to $76 to get back to the bullish momentum. Right now, we are just at kind of like a sell signal or consolidation. Wicks coming down. Not have followed through based on yesterday price action, but seems like VIX is just poising up for a pullback for another spike to the upside. So is this just a pullback to buy back all those buyers here, or it was just a dead cat bounce? I believe this is kind of like the bottom information for VIX. Dixie coming down again. Dixie just forming this bullish consolidation. This bull flag can end up to the rally to 106, 106.05. So we'll see how it goes. But right now, Dixie is in consolidation phase. So if this pattern forms, that's going to be very, very bullish. We can go all the way to this top. So again, 105 to 106. So that's going to be your target area for the Dixie. And that's going to put pressure on the TLT. That's going to put pressure on the technology, which Apple ended up negative. That's kind of like a warning sign. So it seems like Apple is just forming the top information here. And we'll see how it goes. Amazon just ended up doji positive, but look at the candle. Candle was not as strong at all. Meta just ended up to the positive, but look at the candle. Seems like sellers took control here. Microsoft at $2.44 up. So here is the doji. I think all of these technologies just forming the top information. It's just kind of like a buy the reversal, the news for the market. And we'll see how it goes. Netflix was strong. So 2.77% to the upside. Absolutely, I was wrong for this top information. Seems like Netflix is on fire to get back to here. So this has nice momentum to the upside. Tesla, another 3.75, 3.55% to the upside, getting into this gap. So here is Tesla, my target price. So I don't know if this bull flag just formed fantastically to the upside. I was looking for another dip down to here to buy back, but seems like market didn't give me a chance again. So that's fine. Moving on to the SMH, which is semiconductor index. This one formed that kind of like a topping doji, but ended up positive. So it's kind of like a divergence in semiconductor world, while we have SMH positive, which is kind of like an index. Stocks was positive as well, so the same price action. But TSM, look at the candle. So it just gapped off, fell, and just coming down sharply. This is pretty top information for this. Getting into this, lots of, again, so look at that. So here is the previous bottom information, breakout to the upside. So this is kind of like a goodbye kiss. We just got back here, lots of people just to sell, and this one is going down as well. So we'll see how it goes. AMD just a 3% to the upside. Look at the candle here, just a nominal top coming down sharply. Nvidia, this is interesting. So this one just got back into momentum. I kind of like got into the short position right now for Nvidia, but this one, I don't know. So we'll see how it goes. But if this one follows the entire session or sector, so that could just be kind of like a bounce or short squeeze. Texas Instrument to the upside nicely, but Lam Research is coming down. So again, so it's kind of like a divergence in the market, especially semiconductor index. Moving on to the banking sector of financials, they were pretty strong today. XLF, nice bullish consolidation breakout to the upside. I believe XLF can go to $33, $34 tomorrow. And KBE, look at the pattern. The pattern forms for a nice consolidation for a breakout to the upside. So $40.81 is coming down the road. KRE, look at the candle here again. So this is a pretty nice formation to the upside. JP Morgan, this one is just on fire, going up. Goldman Sachs going up as well. So just getting into this topping. Wells Fargo, 82 cents, just a trending, this dynamic trend line just act as a resistance coming down, but this is kind of like it can follow up the session, the entire sector going to $44, $45 down the road. Citigroup, just the uptick today, nice candle. Moving on to the gold miners, just that they are just forming another dip down to here. So here's the GDX. I believe this one can go down to 29.68 to $30. That could be kind of like a divergence bottoming formation. GDXJ, this one as well. AEM, this one is coming down. NEM, positive today. So NEM, kind of like separating its way. This bull flag nicely triggered to the upside. Any close above this one can go to $46, $48. So we'll see how it goes. Franco Nevada just a 65 cents to the downside, and gold barrick 9 cents to the downside. This can go still to this gap. Moving on to the XLE, which is a Spider Energy. This one doesn't follow up crude price action. So this one gapped up, but just a coming down. However, it ended up positive, but not a strong price action. XOP, which is oil and gas exploration ETF. This one as well. So this one needs to consolidate here for the next leg higher, 134, 136. OIH, this one shooting a star at the top. Exxon, the same pattern. Chevron coming down. Oxy just ended up negative. So this is not good at all. REIC, just it was positive, but look at that. So it's kind of like a forming very, very choppy. So again, if this one lose this area, that could be kind of like a $4 stock in a row. But if it goes above this, I should say $12 stock is coming. So it's kind of like in no man's land right now. We'll see how it goes. Okay, I think I covered everything. If you like this video, please smash the like button, subscribe to our channel, and have a good one. See you on the chart. Bye-bye.